First and foremost, retirement planning usually relates to the phase of life when a person decides to leave the workplace permanently. How much we should save for retirement is determined in part by how long we expect to live in retirement and how much annual income we will require to live comfortably. Retirement planning includes defining sources of income, estimating expenses, implementing a savings strategy, and managing assets and risks. Possible future cash flows are forecasted to determine the probability that the retirement income target can be met. In the simple sense, retirement planning in its most basic form is what one does to prepare for life after paid work ends.
The purpose of retirement planning means preparing today for the future life so that all goals and dreams can be successfully achieved. As we can see nowadays, there are a group of people that fail to survive on their post-retirement life. This happened because they might not know how important retirement saving is. In order to make sure that individual current lifestyle to continue even after retirement, they can plan for a regular income to cover their daily expenses because these expenses are no longer covered by their monthly income once they are retired. Retirement planning is really important to each individual where it brings many benefits that affect someone's life. Retirement plan not only help one individual itself but also those people around them. Apart from life necessities, retirement plans can also help an individual fulfill their goal post-retirement. An individual may have retirement goals such as new hobby, traveling, and so on. Retirement plans can help them fulfill these goals without any worry.
Next, I will explain about the current issue of retirement planning. As we all know, there was a biggest issue right now because the government has permitted people to withdraw their retirement savings from account 1 in EPF. From that issue, it really gives a bad image on Malaysia's pension system that reflect political system, financial system, political ideology, and attitudes in Malaysia. Next, as we can see from this graph, Malaysia recorded one of the highest debt to GDP ratio compared to another 3 countries. From the issue, it will affect the retirement decision on some individuals. It is because the higher of debt, they tend to ignore the priority to saving for their retirement purpose. Saving behavior and retirement also cannot be excluded. It is because most of Malaysia tend to place retirement planning at the bottom of their priority list. And lastly, as we can see from this graph, it clearly demonstrates that EPF saving had decreased over the time and reached their lowest level in June 2021. Meaning of that, there was an issue of drawdown on retirement saving as a financial asset, in which it actually happened because of the withdrawal of such retirement saving.
Credit can be defined as the ability to buy or borrow on trust. This is because when we buy things on credit, it means we borrow it first and then make the payments later. Consumer credit refers to the use of credit for personal purpose since an individual has a limited amount of money to spend. Consumer credit is also well known as consumer debt management, which is the way of controlling money. In Malaysia, Experience I Score is a consumer credit score that uses statistical analysis of credit file data to generate a numerical score between 300 and 800. Banks typically utilize this credit score to evaluate a person's creditworthiness and risk. There are 2 major types of credit, which are open account credit and loan. Open account credit provided by merchant or financial institutions that enable us to not bring cash. The second type of credit is loan, which is frequently further higher loans amount and longer repayment terms.
The main purpose of consumer credit is to provide individuals with the funds to make large purchases by borrowing money without having to immediately come out with the cash. The second purpose of credit is to facilitate individuals to meet a financial emergency. Following that, credit offers for convenience which enables consumers to buy almost anything including clothing, medical and even college fee using credit card. First importance of consumer credit that can be assisting in process of achieving our financial objective by allowing us to afford some of the expensive product in a controlled way. Additionally, credit helps businesses satisfy customers by providing goods and services. Equally important, government also use credit by borrowing money to fund projects that boost the levels of employment and living standard. In short, Credit allows consumers to be more efficient and more productive.
As the COVID-19 occurs, many people have lost their job and lost their sources of income. So to survive in life, many people stuck in debt. For example, due to COVID-19, the price of medicine have increased and the government hospital has full of COVID-19 patients. So people have to go to private hospital to get treatment and forces them to make a loan. The graph shows the data for Malaysia's consumer credit and billion currency from December 1996 to September 2022. The minimum consumer credit was recorded in 1996. In 2020 and 2021, consumer credit has increased due to COVID-19. Many people need to use the credit services provided to cover their daily needs. Retirement planning is most basic form that people have to prepare for life after paid works end so that can survive in our daily life or in an emergency thing. To live in a place in retirement, people need to avoid having outstanding loans.
Credit is a fact of modern life, so it is available to the majority of consumers because of the flexibility of the basic types of consumer credit and repayment terms. Even though it is easy to use, there are also dangers inherent in easy access to credit. Credit can obscure the importance of financial planning, and there is a greater risk of overspending. In conclusion, a healthy consumer credit system can play an invaluable role in a developing economy. Not only that, we discovered that younger generation feels burdened by retirement planning because of the commitment of their studies. In our opinion, the government policy needs to make a few adjustments on the EPF scheme by allowing the students to make early contribution for their retirement savings.
Our recommendation for consumer credit planning, the credit providers need to offer a finance product to suit the customer needs and provide a customer with straightforward and direct information about the product and services.